my Stampin' friends, I'm Sandra at artypapercrafters.com, and my project for you today is this one. It's a little box for Easter, a gift box for Easter, and it's got a little ribbon pull, and you pull on the ribbon and out comes your Easter gift of 2 little eggs. And inside I have popped this little cross as a little keepsake, and stamped in there, "He is risen." This comes from the His Grace stamp set. That sentiment, "He is risen," comes from His Grace. These dies and the detail from here comes onto the Hold On to Hope stamp set, which comes with matching framelets, and inside I've got all my stored up bits that I've cut out, and then I know where to find them if I need to use them. And I've used Coastal Cabana for my cross, and I've used the gold foiled paper for my little crosses and my lacy detail. But to make the box today, let's crack on and show you how it's made with a belly band and this gorgeous little sentiment: "I have made you and I will carry you, I will sustain you and I will rescue you." And that comes from Isaiah chapter 46 verse 4. So let's crack on and make our lovely little box. So today I'm using lemon lime twist cardstock. I have a piece of lemon lime twist for the belly band, and I have a piece of the free Celebration papers, the second release Celebration papers that you can earn for free when you spend £45 with Stampin' Up. And if you're interested in that, you can go to my website and all the details will be there of how you can earn a pack of 12 by 12 DSP with 12 full sheets in. Let me show you that. This is the DSP that you can earn for free when you spend £45 in my online Stampin' Up shop. And this DSP is called Painted Seasons DSP, and you get 3 sheets of each design, all double backed. Love this cute one with the mushrooms on, that's so cute. Then you've got that one, you've got this beautiful one that reminds me of a poppy, love that. And then you've got this one here with beautiful pine cones which you could use for autumn. Love it. So that's the details of that. You can pop over to my website to find out more information on that. Let me just get my measurements because I omitted to do that. Let me get something to hold that down. So the card base for the box measures 9 by 8 inches, which is 22.5 by 20 centimetres. And you will also need for the belly band a piece of cardstock measuring 21 by 7.4 centimetres, which is 8 1/4 by 3 inches. The DSP measures 21.5 by 7.4 centimetres, which is 8 1/2 by 3 inches. Now you can, if you wish, make a lid for this box. I have designed it with a lid as well as the belly band, and I will leave the measurements for the lid on my website as well should you wish to make it with just the lid. It's beautiful either way, no matter which way you make it. But today I'm going to show you how to make it with this gorgeous belly band. So let's score our first piece of cardstock, and we are going to score that on the scoreboard. Oh, sorry, I bumped the camera there. Let's pull you out so that you can see what I'm up to. Oh, what have I done with that? Oh, it's on the floor. Me scoring tools fell on the floor. Right then, so let's score this on all 4 sides at 1 1/4 inches and 3 inches, which in centimetres is 3 and 7.5, and we are going to do that on all 4 sides, 1 1/4 and 3 inches, 1¼ and 3 inches, 1¼ and 3 inches. Now you might think, wow, that's a small box, and what's all those measurements for? That is the base of your box when you've finished, but I have designed this to be good and strong because it's going to hold 2 little eggs and you need it to be strong. You don't want it falling apart, because I've made this as a keepsake. I haven't made it so that you just chuck it in the bin afterwards. That's not what my crafting's all about. I don't know about you, but I do love to keep the things I make, especially little Easter projects. I love to keep those. I think I've done this side, but we'll do it again just to make sure. Right, now this is a reinforced box, so this is the long side, and we are going to eliminate all of this, and we are going to eliminate it on all 4 corners like that. So we cut up here, and here. We notch in on this side at an angle, and then when you cut this, you're cutting off about 1/4 of an inch extra on that score line, and then you're going to notch this piece in here, and then you are going to wedge in here and here, and you are going to do that on all 4 sides. So at this point in time you may wish to fast forward. I don't do a lot of cutting and pasting on my videos, I'm afraid, so you can, if you wish. If you know how to make a reinforced box already, you can, if you wish, just fast forward. So that's what we're doing. Turn that round to the opposite side and we're going to do the same. In. So with Easter being later this year, I feel like it's given me the opportunity to be more creative and make my cards and my boxes. It's just given me the opportunity to make little baskets. I did show my little bunny basket recently, a couple of weeks ago, and it's given me the opportunity to make more things. So that's what you've made. These bigger pieces you could cut little flowers out of if you want. I'm going to. That's just scrap. So that is what your piece will look like when you have finished all your cutting. And now we're going to use some red line tape, sticks tape, whatever you call it, and we're going to place that on I'm going to put 2 pieces on here. I'm going to do these long edges because I just realised that I need to show you how to do your ribbon end. Right, let's get my, this is my 1/8 of an inch hole punch, and to make this project, I found that because it's such a deep box that I have had to I've had to fold it down to make the hole. So you're going to get your hole about just in the middle, and that's about 3/4 of an inch down, because you need it somewhere in the middle so that you've got a good area to pull on. Mine wasn't quite that far down on my first go because I forgot to punch my hole and had to punch it later. So you are going to have a little gap there, and what you can do is you have a piece of card here, and you can easily place one of those pieces over one of your pieces of card, or you can get another piece of card, which we might do. What have I done with my ruler? And if you want to cover that up, you need a piece that measures 4.2 by 4.2, and in inches that will be 1 3/4 by 1 3/4. So let's go and get a bit of lemon meringue twist, because I haven't done that, and then we can secure that down straight away. Right, let's see what this piece of scrap measures. Oh, just right. Oh, how good is that? So that's 1 3/4 by 1 3/4, which was 4.2 by 4.2. So we've cut that. And you can see that that fits neatly over here. It's a little bit big actually. Let's just cut another slither. So probably 1 5/8. By 1 5/8. Let's see how that fits now. Yeah, that's good. 1 5/8 by 1 5/8, possibly is the left size. Right then, let's continue. I'm going to put my ribbon through now. What have I done with my ribbon? Right. So I've got this satin ribbon here, and I'm just going to trim a length off. And that measures approximately 6.5 inches, which in centimetres is 17. I'm going to put that away again with my pin in it, because it keeps it neat in my on my shelf then. It doesn't fall all over the place. So let's put our ribbon through. Right, I think we need a pointy end. Pointy end. Yeah, I think we'll get there. That's better. Pointy end, and as you pull it through with a nice straight edge, like that. Make sure that that's sort of all straight as it goes through there, so that it doesn't buckle. And then you can get your red line tape, or I'm using fast fuse for quickness today to secure this down. And then I'm going to trim off that excess. And secure that down nice and flat. And then we'll stick our card, I think. We stick that down now. Just trying to work out what would be the best idea. I think we'll stick that down later. Right, so red line tape again. And put that across the tops of these ends, which we haven't yet done, because we want this box to be good and secure. takes a little while to make these, but you're going to make these for people you really love, aren't you? And maybe one for yourself. Don't forget yourself. I always forget myself. I never save one for myself, and then I think, oh, I'd really have loved one of them boxes, and then I have to make another one because I've got to have one for myself. Right then, so that's our box. We're now going to stick it together, and to do these little tabs here, I like to use wet glue because it gives me more wiggle room and more time to fasten it down if I don't get it in the right place. So a bit of wet glue on the tabs. Where's my lid? Put the lid on, otherwise it goes all dried out. And then you're just going to bring that up so that that's nice and flush. Nice and flush. Same the other side. Bring it up so that it's nice and flush. Like that. And then with your bone folder, make sure that that's secure before you go on to your opposite side. And then over to this side, secure that down there, nice and flush. Same here, nice and flush. In with your bone folder and just secure that down. And this is such a small box, but it's so cute. It's just so tiny. It fits on a shelf. It fits by the side of your bed if you want to give it as an Easter gift for Easter Sunday. Oh, I just love it. Right then, so now we're going to get our pokey tool and we're going to get that red line tape off. Now, I don't know if it's just me, but whenever I take this red line tape off, the backing bits always stick to my fingers, my clothes. I find them everywhere. They don't seem to want to leave you. See what I mean? They stick to you. They stick to you, and you think you got rid of them, look, and then they're still there. Look, I can't get rid of the thing. Look, it's just refusing to leave me. I don't know if any of you have that problem. Look, things just won't go. Right, so let's continue on. And take your tape off, and obviously, like I've been doing without telling you, press it down with your pokey tool. I mean your bone folder, not your pokey tool, your bone folder. And now we want to finish off the inside of that so that it doesn't show our ribbon coming, our hole that we've had to make. So we're going to get this glue, the card, and glue that in. Wet glue. Push that in there. Wiggle it around. Press that down with your bone folder so that you get a nice adhesion. That's it, and then you can pull out your ribbon. Now, what I've done is I've got some shred. And I think I've shown this shred when I did my little Easter basket. I showed this shred. This came from the range. It was only about £1, and I've put just a little tiny bit in there. You don't need a lot. A little goes a long way, as they say. Right, that's that. So in with that. Make sure that that sits down in there nicely. And today I've got 2 of these Oreo eggs because my son loves them, so this obviously is for him. So pop your little eggs in there. Now the decoration, let's see, to do your little cross, I thought this one would look good also with some wood type paper, and so I used the Wood Textures DSP from Stampin' Up, and I just cut my frame out with my framelit dies, and then I popped a little gold foil one from the same die cut set on the top, and that's in gold foil, and then I cut a piece of crumb cake to put my sentiment "He is risen," and "He is risen" comes from His Grace stamp set, as I said. And to make this little keepsake, I ran where's my stamp set gone? Here it is. I ran my I cut a piece of cardstock that measured 6 inches by 2 1/4 inches. So you've got a piece of cardstock 6 inches by 2 1/4 inches. You're going to score it at halfway point at 3 inches, and then you're going to lay your die cut through the machine, but you're going to leave a little tiny bit at the top. You're not going to cut that all the way through at the top, so you're going to run that through without leaving it about 1/16 of an inch away from the top, and then that gets you this little folded bit. And then I cut a piece of Whisper white cardstock with that. You need to cut a 1/16 of an inch away from the top, because where you've got your fold, that won't fit otherwise. Cut a 1/16 of an inch off, then I stamp my sentiment and put that in there. And that is how I made it. So I've got one here. No, I haven't. I've got one here in Highland Heather, like that. And I love making these, and any bits of the spares that I have, I stick them all in a little cellophane bag, all in my stamp set with my dies, so that I know where to find it. And so I'm going to pop this one in here this time. So let's make our belly band. Crack on and make our belly band. Now, for the belly band, we are going to score it on my Stampin' scoreboard, and we're going to stamp the cardstock only, and we're going to stamp it, we're going to go 1 1/4. So I'm going to start this end, put my cutting tool out of the way. So we're going to go 1 1/4, and then I'm going to turn that 1 1/4 around here, because it's easier to hold it in at 1 1/4 there. Then, and we're going to go 3 1/8, 3 1/8. We're going to go 5 inches, and then we're going to go 6 7/8. 6 7/8, and that in centimeters is 3, 7.8, 12.7 and 17.3. And then we're just going to lightly fold that, and we're going to put that round here, and you will see that that lines up beautifully with enough gap so that you can pull it out when it's done, like that. So then what you need to do is you get your DSP, and we're going to stick that on with about 1/8 of an inch border. Going to stick that on to our card. leave your 1/8 of an inch border unstuck at the moment, otherwise you're going to stick that up onto yourself. So on here, line it up, line that up with the edge, and just gradually ease that in like that. Right, and now what you need to do is you need to just gently burnish those score lines that we made. Now we're going to wrap that round to the bottom, and we're going to put that flap of DSP that's going to overlap, and you have to work out how tight to do that so that you can still pull out. So you need to give yourself still some wiggle room. So we're now going to glue about a 1/2 inch section here, 1/2 inch section, and fold that on itself, bring that round, and very loosely secure that down, making sure that you can see a slight gap all the way round. Not too much of a gap, but just enough so that you can pull your little box back out, and then just secure that down. This is pretty paper with a little succulents on. I love that. And then you'll see that you'll be able to pull out your little drawer with your ribbon, and that slides in perfectly. I'm going to put my little keepsake in there as well, now that that's made. And now we're going to decorate it with that gorgeous sentiment. So I've prepped up on a stitched shape frame my sentiment, and this is a piece of Bermuda Bay because I thought that was a lovely contrasting colour. So that's going on here, and that measures, let's see, that measures 2 7/8 by 1 5/8, which is 7.5 by 4. And then I've used a stitch shape frame that layers on top. If you haven't got the rectangle stitch shape frames, you can just cut a piece of Whisper White cardstock to 2 3/4 by 1 1/2, which is 7 by 3.7. So let's stamp our sentiment. So I'm going to stamp the sentiment in Coastal Cabana. Or am I going to use Bermuda Bay? No, I'm going to use Coastal Cabana. It's one of my favourite colours so far. So prep your sentiment from the Hold On to Hope stamp set on your block. Line that up nice and straight. Let's pull it down here. And then we're going to stamp that down, and I am just going to hope that that is going to be straight and that that's all going to be on there. And it is perfect. Look at that. That is going to layer on there. Let's put that away. So we're layering that on there, and then we're nearly done. I'm not going to put any flowers on this today because this is for my son, and I'm not sure that he'll be into flowers on his little box. So that layers onto there with a perfect border, 1/8 of an inch border approximately all the way around. And then we're going to get our dimensionals. I'm just finishing off these. Put that on there. Put that on there. That's finished that. And then we'll get another one to just pop on here. Cat's hairs. My cat, she's everywhere on my crafting desk. Little tinker. Right. Oh, yes, I think I'll have one in the middle as well. I'll have two in the middle. Right then, so we're going to pop that up on here. So thank you so much for watching this video today. If you enjoyed watching this video, perhaps you could give me a little like and a share maybe, and you could subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so, and you can click on the down arrow description bar that's right in this bottom right hand corner here. That will drop a link and that will take you over to my website where you can find all of the dimensions to make this box in centimeters and inches, and also I will show you as well, I will give you the measurements to make the lid should you wish to make the lid. Okay then, so that's all from me for today. It doesn't matter which way you put your sentiment because you can flip it round if you're not happy. So that's my little boxes today. I hope you like them. I think they're dead cute. I really do think they're dead cute. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back again in a few days with another video. Thanks very much. Bye for now. Bye.